Coxman?
Yeah.
It's about your son.
He's dead.
So I found my favorite thing about watching Cold Pursuit was how unique the film's tone was. It's irreverent, it's funny, it's dark, it's character-driven. How did that factor into your process as an actor working on it?
Well, I relied very, very much on Hans Petter Moland, our director, who has got a very wry sense of humor. He directed the original film that Cold Pursuit is based on.
That is the challenge, I think, and very often in many movies, you know, tone is so important, and very often not taken enough care to cultivate. And the challenge here of having those different genres live side by side happily. When you start out, you don't even know it's going to work. You just have to go with it and believe that the audience is smart enough to pick up on what's humorous, and at the same time appreciate the tragedies that occasionally are taking place, you know.
Well, I think that tone is perfect, selfishly, for the character I play, because Viking is that. He's this sort of bizarre, weird mix of, he's like a big, huge, larger-than-life clown, but he's this sort of sick psychopath. He's both, what I kind of wanted from an audience with my scenes was to not really know if they liked him or not, to be like, man, this guy's kind of funny, but at the same time, he just shot someone in the face, I'm not sure, and cut their head off. And so I wanted that sort of, that dynamic, but also I think he sort of sways more to the comic, the dark comic side, and then you've got sort of wonderful Laura Dern and Liam doing that sort of grieving scenes at the beginning. It's sort of a wonderful antidote to that, you know.
But yeah, it has a lovely blend of different genre and quirky, strange, badass characters, but with great senses of humor too, you know.
We need rooms tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, you need a reservation.
Excuse me.
Do
you have any idea what I can do to you on TripAdvisor?
The character of this film deserves special attention because it's different. But it's different not just because it has things that we are familiar with. It's different, and maybe that's the obvious point. It's different because it has things, characterizations that we're not familiar with, we're not expecting. There's a lot of surprises in this film, and as many surprises as there are, I can tell you that just in real time, for us, there were a lot of laughs.
I think first and foremost, because it is character-driven in many respects, is you have to get people interested in the characters and then allow them to actually be like real life, where, you know, a funeral can be very tragic, but, you know, really silly stuff happens occasionally, you know.
Your lines were just, like, delightfully abhorrent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it fun to wrap your lips around, like, this book?
Yeah, I mean, some of the scenes I actually had a bit of a problem with. Some of the things some of the racist things that he says were quite tough, you know, to say, you know. But that's the difference between you and the character, and it would just be lots of me being very British after they call cut. I'm like, I'm so sorry, it's not me, you know. No, they're wonderful, because to go to those places is quite a test. It's quite fun. It's bizarre, and so yeah, I did have a very good time. What's interesting is, you know, Canadians don't really swear, right?
Right.
And are you Canadian?
I'm not.
Good. So like Canadians don't really swear that much, and they don't use, some swear words are like abhorrent. They don't use them. So the line I say at the end of the movie, they like couldn't believe that this word was going in the movie. You know. Anyway.
I'm gonna kill these guys.
Really?
What makes you think you can kill a man?
I read it in a crime novel.
In your process, what changed the most, or did anything specific really change from when you were filming to now the finished product that we get to see in theaters?
Well, it's always evolving in the editing room, you know, and I pay great homage to our editors, and again, Michael Schamberg, our producer, who's very, very hands-on, and Hans Petter, our director, and just, it's like a scene, like, let's say it's like an onion, and you're gradually peeling away to see, there's the core. We've reached the core. Now let's put that layer back on again. Maybe put half of that layer back on again and see what happens. Okay, take that layer off. Now let's see. So it was really fine-tuned, a lot of those scenes, you know, to get those levels right, that blend right of genre. Maybe there's too much humor there. Maybe it needs to be a bit more emotional. So it was a delicate machine, you know.
Yeah, I found the size of my performance but not shocking. I don't, because we'd sort of do different takes, and Hans Petter created the director. He created such a wonderful environment for people to play, and no matter who you were, how big or small your character was, he really invested in every single character, and he let them just go. It didn't matter if you had one line or 100. So that environment was wonderful, but it meant that you'd come in and I'd sort of do a take quite big, and I go, Hans, I want to bring that back, actually. Let's make it a bit colder. And he'd go, yeah, great, let's do it. So we do it. So actually, I sort of finished the film thinking, I'm not sure which version they're going to use, but I think the version they chose was a slightly bigger one to sort of counterbalance Liam's weight and everything. So it was quite, it wasn't a surprise because I was there doing it, but at the same time, there were lots of different ways we could have gone with my character.
Not any specific thing, but I loved working with our director because he allowed us to find things that he wanted us to do. And we'd all go, oh, that's interesting. And then dig in for as long as it took with a lot of patience and care to find those moments and to enjoy those moments for what they were.
I think at least for me, when you make a film, it's kind of an organic process. You have a script, and you have actors that we all think we know where we're heading, but you have to allow the process to be rejuvenated and generated some creativity and momentum en route, which is unpredictable. And part of a director's job is to say yes or no. Is this a contributing good suggestion, or is it not?